Hi all. Today I'm going to cover the topic of business economics. So this business economics is widely used for all the competitive exams or whatever exams you uptake regarding the field of commerce and other humanities stream. You can use it for all the competitive exams or whatever exams you're going to undertake. This will be a minor part of it, but it will help you to secure some say 5 to 10 marks from these papers, from these part will appear in those exams. So giving an introduction to this topic, I would start with business economics, its nature and its scope. So today we are going to see only the meaning and the nature of the business economics. Before getting into the concept, we all know what is economics. So what is economics? Economics is the way of life, simple way of our life. That is how the economy takes place, what are the resources available in the country, how far the things happen in our country, how we what the income we earn. All these comes under the concept of economics. So the business economics is nothing much different. It is also a part of microeconomics because it deals with the relationship between the business and the economics. So business and economics together, what is the relationship between the business and the economics? So that there comes the business economics. You all know what is business. So business is simply a trade or whatever you do to earn some profit. Some investment you make, out of which you earn some profit. So this business economics, it establishes a relationship between the business and economics. Now you may ask, so what is microeconomics, what is macroeconomics, and what is a business economics or a managerial economics? So business economics can be also termed as managerial economics. Why is the reason it is termed as a managerial economics? See, business economics helps us to make decisions. Okay, so it helps the management to take bold and a vigilant decision in the business. So it is also called as a managerial economics. So business economics can also be termed as a managerial economics as it establishes the relationship between business and economics. So it is a part of applied economics. So what is applied economics? You all know what is the meaning of applied economics. That is, it is applied to the reality. Whatever happens in the current trend, it helps to make an immediate solution to the business. So that is the reason why it is also called as a applied economics, or it can be even called as it is a branch of a applied economics. It relates to the reality, whatever happens in the reality. So that's why it is called as it is a theory of applied economics. So when coming to a business, we organize and we allocate the resources to achieve our desired goals. What can be a desired goal of a business? Business always desires to make profit. That is the ultimate goal of the business. So for achieving that profit, obviously we need all the resources. See, only the resources cannot help us to achieve the maximum growth. We have to organize the resources, and the resources must be utilized in a very optimum way. So this business economics helps us to optimize the resources, that is to use the resource efficiently. So that comes under organizing and allocating. Organizing means properly channelizing, allocating means what is desired, that alone should be allocated. So that becomes the part of achieving the desired goals. So next one, as I told you before, it helps us to solve the business problem. So what can be a problem for a business? There are so many internal as well as external problems. Internal problem is one is finance or the employee issues, or you will be insufficient with the resources. So these are all the internal problems. External problem is that you will have creditors, or else the government rules and regulations. All these cannot allow you to do the business or conduct the business properly. So this managerial economics helps you to solve all these problems by making you aware of the resources that is available in the country, or whatever government regulations, whatever government do. All these will, if you are able to take the decisions based on this, that will help you to solve these problems. So as I already told, business economics is also called as a managerial economics. Okay, then decision making and forward planning. You all know decision making. So decision making is a important important aspect, or how can we term it? Decision making is the ultimate purpose of the managerial economics or the management. Only based on the decisions you will be able to allocate the resources. See, allocation comes only when there is a proper decision. When you are not able to make a proper decision, you will not be able to allocate the resources. So when you make decision properly only, you can go about this forward planning. See, forward planning is planning for the future. Okay, you are not doing it for now, obviously for now, but it involves a long-term goal. You all know what is a short-term goal and a long-term goal. We obviously will have short-term as well as long-term goal. Immediately if you are going to do something, then it is a short-term. If it is going to be for a long-term benefit, then it is, or say for 2 to 3 years after that what you are going to do. So that is called as a forward planning. See, business will always do forward planning. Immediate, if you are going to earn or reap something, it is not going to sustain for a longer period of time. Anything that involves forward planning only, it's going to reap you the ultimate profit or ultimate success of the business. All these can be covered in the concept, or it is covered in the concept business economics. That's why it is also called as managerial economics. You may be thinking why I am stressing this point as managerial economics again and again. And I told you it is a part of microeconomics. Okay, it is a part of microeconomics, but when it becomes a collective effort, it becomes a part of macroeconomics. So it cannot be termed under either micro or macro. In initial stage it is called as micro. When it grows big, or when it in a long run, then it can be converted into a macro concept. Okay, so if you want to know about the micro and macro economics, we'll see it in the next video in detail. But as of now, micro is to the self, to an individual. Macro is for the whole economy or whole world, something like that. See, if it is going to be yours, then it is individual. That is micro. Or any company or business, whatever you run, that comes under micro. Okay, so this is about the meaning of business economics. So I'll brush up this again, then we'll go to the nature of economics. So you all know the term what is business and what is economics. So as I already told you, it establishes a relationship between the business and the economics. So it helps us to take the management decisions efficiently, helps to allocate the resources to achieve the desired goals. Then it helps us to solve the problems of the business. Then when we make proper decisions, it helps us for the forward planning. Okay, forward planning is for the future or the long term goals, whatever you have. It helps you to achieve this. Okay, so this is about the meaning of business economics. See, if they are going to ask any competitive exams questions, they may ask regarding this forward planning or regarding decision making. In this even you can include the cost and management accounting. Fixed and variable cost, all these can be included in this. Regarding the cost and management, we'll see it in a separate video, but still these are all the aspects or dimensions of the term meaning of business economics. Okay, next one is nature. See, why they have split up this into meaning and nature. See, meaning is you're going to just understand only the concept. Nature is how it really works. Okay, how this concept or how this is needed. Okay, or we can just deal only with micro and macro economics. Why this concept is created. Okay, what is the importance, nature, significance, how it works in the economy, how far it is useful. All this comes under the concept nature. Okay, so nature, it is pragmatic and realistic. As I told you, it deals only with the real-time problem. Okay, it is not going to be something which is in the air or in the future or which is not existing. It is not like that. It deals with the realistic or the real business. So that's why it is pragmatic and realistic in nature. Next one, it is related to the choice and allocation of resources. See, why it is given as choice. See, it is your business. You are going to decide what is the resource and why is it needed, and how much resources to be allocated, from where are you going to get that resources, how far you are going to optimally utilize that resource, are you going to waste the resource, or the resource is abundant in nature, or it is only a scarce resource, okay, or there is a scarcity of resource. You look into so many dimensions. See, when you look into so many dimensions, in this aspect it becomes a macroeconomic concept. See, you are not one dimensional. You are looking into the multiple dimensions of the concept. So there comes the, it is related to choice and allocation. Next, it is influenced by human, behavioral, technological and environmental aspects. See, human is, everybody is, we have different conflicting ideas and goals. Okay, we are all not the one and the same. So that is about human. Behavioral, you will choose a business which suits you. You will not choose something which is beyond your limit or beyond your thinking capacity. Next one is technological. See, we all cannot use all the technology whichever is available. We will use what we know. So that comes under technological. Environmental. Environmental here depends upon the situation and the capital we have. Here comes the capital aspect. See, what fund do you have? Okay, it doesn't cover all the reserve fund and all those things. You don't take it in that context. It is the capital or the fund we have to purchase the resource. From where are you going to get the resource? I mean, how much are you ready to spend? Okay, see, in business initially you will not reap profit. Okay, when it touches the break-even point only, we'll be able to reach the, we'll be in the stage to get profit. Until then, you will be in a position of no profit and no loss. All these comes under the environmental context. Okay, so these are the general nature. The next one is area of study. Area of study, it covers what all the aspects. See, generally economics, there are two important concepts. One is demand and another one is supply. It is going to it is applicable in all aspects. That is, whether you study business economics or whether you study micro or macro, whatever it is, this concept of demand analysis is always going to be there. Then cost and production, I already told you, cost and management. We are going to see it in the separate video anyways, but here it is given as cost and production. Okay, so cost and production. Production here, how much are you ready to invest in the business? Then pricing. Obviously, pricing will depend upon the market condition. Okay, and you all know there are 4 kinds of market. Okay, so that I'm not going much in detail into it, but there are 4 markets. That is, one is perfect competition, another one is imperfect competition, monopoly, and next one is oligopoly. So these, we fall under which market situation? How is the trend? Okay, and what is the demand we have, how far we are facing the competitors, how we are different, what are the qualitative aspects we have apart from the quantitative one. All these comes under the pricing. Next one is profit management. Profit management comes only when we have touched the or beyond the break-even point. Okay, so this profit management is how far we are managing the reserve fund also. Okay, in the time of crisis, how we are able to, or we are able to introduce new product line. We are able to make new product mix. All these marketing strategies also includes in this profit management. You can even include the capital management into it. Capital management is what are the sources of fund you have. Okay, not only in terms of making loan, even all the factors of production. You all know what are the 4 factors of production. It is land, labor, capital and the enterprise. Okay, all these also comes under the capital management. How far you are able to allocate all this resource. Okay, so this comes under the area of study of business economics or managerial economics. Next, you must all know about the it is a normative science. See, normative doesn't mean that it is negative. Normative is what ought to be or what is going to be. Okay, positive economics will see what is there. If there is a pen over here, only I'll see it as a pen is lying on the table. How did this pen come here? Okay, when I look into it, it is a normative science. See, business economics tells you how did I get this idea? How I am able to contribute towards it? Where did I get the capital? How far I am going to invest it? Okay, how I am going to use it optimally? I am going to optimize the resource. All these comes under the normative science. So don't take it in another aspect. Okay, so one more thing I want to stress over here is this economics is either science or art. Okay, because we use even the scientific methods over here. Because when you're going to study an individual or when you're going to take a statistical record, you are using all the quantitative methods which is scientific in nature. When you do experiments, it is scientific in nature. Then you may ask whether it is a science or art. Obviously, it is an art, but you use the scientific method. So that's why it is called as neither science or art. It takes a multi-dimension. Okay. Then optimization. Optimization is, see, optimization, when you take, it covers so many areas. So when you use the resource optimally, efficiently, without wasting it, then it is called as optimization. See, optimization can be from everything we do, without wasting the resource. How far we are able to, see, fixed cost is going to be the one and the same. How you are going to manage your variable cost, there lies the optimization. Now you may ask, what is fixed and variable? Fixed is which is always fixed, it's not going to change irrespective of whatever output you make. Variable cost is nothing but a labor. You're going to increase the labor because of the excessive demand for your product. But if you're able to manage with the same labor, then there lies your efficiency of optimizing the resource. So that comes under the optimization concept. So fixed and variable cost we'll see separately, because there are so many dimensions of it. But on an outset, it is simply termed as a optimization concept. So the nature of, in the next video we'll see to it. So in this nature, it is realistic, it is depending upon the choice and allocation of resource, it is influenced by human behavior and our environmental causes. Then we saw about the area of study, then we saw a positive and or a normative science. So you don't confuse with the term science here. Then next one is the optimization. I told you what is optimization. So in this video, we are able to cover the concept of meaning and nature of business economics. We saw whether it comes under micro or macro. Some of the terms I said we'll see it in the next video. For example, the cost and management and the optimization, positive or normative economics. Whatever it is, we will see it in detail in the next video. Thank you for listening.